Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. All right, I can already hear it. Dogecoin right now, as of the recording of this video, is trading at about 68 cents. I have this here on the daily, and you know, a lot in the XRP community are getting a little upset that Dogecoin is now sitting in the number 4 spot on CoinMarketCap, overtaking XRP. Take a look at that, guys, up over 41.36% in the last 24 hours. It's an anomaly. Look at the rest of the market. Bitcoin right now trading at about 55,600, down about 1%. Ethereum down about 1%. Binance coin down just under 1%. Dogecoin's the only one that's really doing great. XRP down 0.96%. So you guys can see there isn't too much movement in the crypto space, save for a few cryptocurrencies are doing okay, like Bitcoin Cash up 14%, Chainlink up 14%, so on and so forth. Guys, the thing with the crypto market is that every coin is going to have their time in the sun, and, you know, especially if they are being helped along by celebrities like Elon Musk or whoever. This is the biggest retail FOMO trap, and, you know, I'm spotting it from a mile away. I'm not the only one. Leonidas here saying, I didn't touch Doge at 5 cents, and I'm sure as heck not touching it now. On the plus side, if Doge can 13x from 5 cents, what can coins that have strong fundamentals do? And of course, when you're taking a look at other cryptocurrencies in the crypto space, you know, there are only a handful of other coins, guys, let's not forget, that are linked to projects that are actually doing something right now. When we go back to the chart and we look at XRP here on the daily, we can see XRP has moved up a little bit right now, trading at about $1.47 per coin. If I throw that on the hourly, and I put this back on auto here, I'm going to throw Fibonacci down on here just to show you guys we are now coming out, breaking out of the 0.5, moving our way back up to the 0.618. So XRP did see a decline like the rest of the crypto market. This is doing what it is supposed to be doing at this point in time, bringing up Bitcoin too. We can see Bitcoin forming this same kind of pattern, all right? So XRP following Bitcoin, not following hype, not following Doge. This is the kind of thing we want to see. We want to see other coins following Bitcoin at this point in time, at least until, of course, Bitcoin finds its top. Profits come out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin retraces. The theory goes as such, those profits go into altcoins, and that is when we will see the altcoin rally. And so let's take a look real quick at Bitcoin dominance, because this is also part of the picture here. I've got Bitcoin dominance on the hourly. Let me just put it on the daily for you guys. So here's Bitcoin dominance on the daily, and now you guys can see we have broken straight through that 50% level, all right? We were talking about that 50% level. We were seeing a lot of resistance for Bitcoin at that 50% level way back in 2017, right? Before we saw that support level broken, Bitcoin dominance at 50, 50, 50, right? And we saw these bounces, bounce, and then sure enough, eventually we came through and came down. Now what we are seeing on the chart is Bitcoin going through this level of support, and so Bitcoin dominance right now at about 46%. So what are we going to see next? It's looking like Bitcoin is on its way down. We'll see what happens when it gets lower, if we are going to see more money being poured into altcoins. And no, guys, if you are wondering, I am not worried that XRP is sitting at number 5. All these coins are going to do well during alt season, and you know, I'm just happy I hold a coin that has those strong fundamentals, as Leonidas mentioned here. And I've got to mention this coming from Michelle Schneider when she was interviewed by CoinDesk. Let me play you guys this real quick.
I guess if I had to go with anything, it would probably be Ripple at this point, which I know is still trying to work out the situation with the SEC. But I know it's been getting a lot of buzz just from what I see in terms of comments from the younger generation that are looking to trade. So Ripple is what we have our eye on right now. We haven't done anything with it, but we're sort of keeping an eye on what happens here in terms of the playing nice with the SEC and whether or not that gives it a boost.
And these are not your typical crypto investors, all right? Michelle Schneider has quite a lengthy resume. One of the first female floor traders ever at the New York Commodities Exchanges in the World Trade Center. She serves as the Director of Trading Education at MarketGauge.com. So this is the MarketGauge.com website, a 20-year industry-leading financial publishing company. Michelle runs a discretionary trading recommendation service called MMM Advantage for active investors. She is also a partner in Wizard IP, a financial software company, and a managing managing member of Market Gauge Asset Management LLC. In 2017, Market Watch, owned by the Dow Jones, named Michelle Schneider one of the top 50 financial people to follow on Twitter. In 2018, Michelle was the winner of the top stock pick of the year for Real Vision. And in 2019, she put out a book, Plant Your Money Tree, A Guide to Growing Your Wealth, which was named one of the best wealth books of all time by bookauthority.org. And did you hear what she's interested in investing in?
I guess if I had to go with anything, it would probably be Ripple.
Now, she does say Ripple, and I know there is still this problem of mixing up Ripple and XRP. Since Ripple is not traded publicly now, what I'm assuming she means is XRP, and even though she hasn't confirmed that there has actually been an investment made, this is where the smart money is looking, guys, so I wanted to bring that up for you. I also saw this on Twitter from Stuart Alderati. It's increasingly obvious to too many in the industry that the outcome of this case and what is learned along the way will set a precedent for crypto innovation in the United States. This is a great analysis from Roll Call, and he links the Roll Call article here. I don't have the Roll Call article up, but I will link this in the description for you guys if you want to read further. I will synopsize it though, guys. This from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. He posted this article from you today, and it touches on this Roll Call article. So Georgetown law professor Linda Zhang, who was part of the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission's Trading and Markets Division from 2008 to 2009, told Roll Call that it was too late for the agency, namely the SEC, to back down from its legal fight with Ripple. She says, "I think the SEC has already headed down a path and they're not turning back." Zhang, however, is disappointed by the fact the agency took the company to court after many years since the introduction of the product, channeling the defense's argument. She believes that it's taking a toll on the regulator's credibility. So this is a law professor who was once part of the SEC back in 2008 and 2009, is now saying that, their arguments, their defense, this lawsuit brought on against Ripple by Jay Clayton, all seems very, very scattered and very unthought out. And essentially what she's saying is it is affecting their credibility as an agency. She further states that former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton bringing an enforcement action on his final act before leaving the agency made the decision seem political. So she's even pointing out that it was very, very curious that Jay Clayton decided to do this right at the end. She states that it did, in fact, seem political. Well, we know there has been some evidence pointing towards Jay Clayton, William Hinman, Mark Berger, the good old boys from Simpson Thatcher, perhaps trying to thwart Ripple from getting ahead, trying to put their thumb down, put some pressure on the XRP cryptocurrency for Bitcoin and Ethereum to thrive. I've done a couple of videos about this. I'll link the most recent one up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys still haven't seen that. Let me continue, though. While Ripple signaled that it would give its settlement talk another try with the new administration, Gary Gensler's SEC is evidently pushing ahead with the lawsuit. The two parties are currently engaged in nasty discovery fights, as we all know. Ripple is asking the court to prevent the SEC from sending memorandum of understanding requests to foreign regulators, while the agency is seeking to bar the defendants from accessing its internal staff communication. So this just some more detail about the case specifically. This just another nail, I think, though, in the SEC's coffin with regards to this case. Linda Zhang, who once was part of the SEC, is now saying that this case seems very political, as per her comment here with regards to Jay Clayton's decision from back in December. And it is, in fact, the optics are looking like the SEC is losing credibility. So Bill Bean here says, so do I have this straight? The SEC has, as its pledge, the protection of investors. Then, after 8 years of Ripple seeking its guidance, the SEC is silent. Then it suddenly sues Ripple, and that causes XRP investors to lose $15 billion. Then it threatens those investors for seeking remedy. That, in a nutshell, my friends, is the definition of losing credibility. But that isn't all that's in the news today. And, Christina Campbell just joined Ripple. This isn't the only new hire, though, for Ripple. Let's talk a little bit about Christina Campbell for a sec, though. Here's her LinkedIn profile. Christina Campbell is now the new Chief Financial Officer at Ripple. She once worked as the Chief Financial Officer at PayNearMe, also the General Manager at Green Dot Corporation, and the Director of Corporate Strategy at Avery and Dennison. So she does have quite the resume. I do think think, though, the bigger thing that's on people's minds today is this new hire. Guys, I saw this from Seal Nulia here on Twitter. Despite the lawsuit on the menu, everything in the kitchen is coming together nicely. Ripple adds former U.S. Treasurer to the board of directors. Rosie Rios is the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, serving under the Obama administration from 2009 to 2016. Her 30-year career has focused on economic development, urban revitalization, and real estate finance, according to an announcement dated on May the 3rd. Rios described Ripple as one of the best examples of how to use cryptocurrency in a substantive and legitimate role to facilitate payments globally. Boom goes the dynamite. 43rd Treasurer working under the Obama administration is now signing on to join the board of directors at Ripple, guys. And so here's a quote from Rios. Cryptocurrency is what? Ripple is how. And I gotta say, there are a lot of people that are very, very excited about this. It's programmed down here saying, I don't think a person like her that has thrived in both public and the private sector will join a company without a high level of certainty of victory. I mean, she has already had a lot of success in government, and now deciding to join the Ripple board. Kiki here saying, whenever I see a previous admin placement on the Ripple board, I wonder if they were placed by a current admin versus Ripple. I always wondered why Ken Kurson was never on their board. I imagine he was there for the Trump administration. So some politics possibly creeping in here. Does anyone else wonder why the connections are between Ripple and the current government? Is there more than meets the eye? Is there something in the works behind the scenes? I have a good feeling about this. Many people in the XRP community were hoping that Donald Trump's administration would help propel XRP forward, and we didn't really see anything. And now we are seeing more connections with the Democratic administration, namely the Obama administration. It seems as though the process will be pushed along now. I mean, this could coincide with the Great Reset initiative that we know, there has been evidence that Joe Biden specifically has been a New World Order guy for most of his career. Anyway, don't want to get into that too much. Let's focus on Rosie here. So what are the takeaways we should be paying attention to? Well, Jeff ISO_XRP here on Twitter posted this little clip. Let me play you guys this, a little bit about Rosie's history.
So I was fortunate enough to be part of the Treasury Federal Reserve transition team right after the election of November of 2008. So there were 23 of us assigned on this transition team, and we were basically the ones who did all the due diligence for the Obama administration while the Bush administration was still in place from November 2008 through February of 2009. So as part of that reconnaissance effort, I had a chance to really understand what Treasury was and where it was going to go. And so I had no intention of being part of this administration whatsoever. That was supposed to be a short-term, perhaps 14-week assignment, and I'd be able to go back to my home, my job, my mom, my kids. But I did find it fascinating what was happening in Treasury. Remember, it was the height of the financial crisis, right? So the sky was falling. My world of investment management, as probably most other worlds, was turning upside down. And it never would have dawned on me at the end of that term that my background in real estate, economic development, and investment management would translate into housing, jobs, access to capital. I mean, it was a perfect segue. Yeah. And so I chose this position intentionally for many, many reasons. One was I thought with the private sector background, to have this portfolio of coin and currency. So the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where we produce the currency, and the U.S. Mint, where we produce the coins. It's about 4,000 employees, and we produce, we make products.
And you actually have more coin and currency. We all thought we were going to a coin and currency-less society, and you actually have more.
We have actually exponentially grown in terms of our numbers. From the time I came in, I think there was about $835 billion in circulation. There's now over 1.4 trillion.
Aha, interesting to note that. Now, of course, this was from a few years ago when, even the host said, I thought we were going to a currency-less society. And Rosie says, no, we're actually printing more currency. We're actually creating more of it. Again, this is in a different context. This isn't a recent interview by any means. Fast forward to today, and now with the pandemic looming. So let's actually take a look at her history here. She came in at the height of a financial crisis. Well, currently we are in a financial crisis, but this time it's a little different. At that time, they were creating more currency. Today, we are definitely going cashless. So it's a bit of a different narrative. And it's interesting to hear a bit of Rosie's background just to get a sense of where she's coming from. Jeff down here saying, and now listen to this. What comes to mind? She's been working on new currency, What company did she just become a board member of? And the answer, of course, is Ripple. Now, what he's referring to, guys, is this clip here. This clip tweeted out by Chainsaw Jackson here on Twitter. Let me play you this one.
You may know that our new $100 note is in circulation. You may know that today we just started selling uncut sheets of that new $100 note. And just in the last few hours, there have been over $300,000 in sales for those sheets. So there is demand. It's great to see there is demand still for collecting these great works of art. Today will be the first time I ever sign an uncut sheet, so I don't know who that first person is, but you are very lucky. And I'm, again, very proud to be part of that. Making American history is what I call it. We are making American history every day. And for those of you who don't know, the next gen $100 note is the last denomination of that particular family of notes. We're working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job, is I'm the chair of the Advanced Counterfeit Deterrence Steering Committee. So as the chair, I oversee the collaborative effort of designing future currency and all the security features that are incorporated into that. And that all goes to the Secretary of the Treasury for final decision. So I'm very proud, again, to be part of that process.
Did you just hear what she said? Now, of course, this clip was back from 2014. She was tasked with creating the future of currency. Now, in this context, it is cash. Fast forward to today, and what's the future of currency? Of course, we know CBDCs are going to be part of this, but that mechanism, guys, that cryptocurrency that's going to be transferring value from point A to point B, fast, affordably, and overall just more efficiently, that is Ripple's XRP. And now Rosie Rios is part of Ripple's board of directors. A company that already has many central bank ties around the world. Central banks, let's not forget, that actually want to jump on to a new financial system. We know Ripple is ISO 20022 compatible. We know through their partnership with Accenture, they have already signed on to pilot different projects with many central banks for their CBDC initiatives. Many connections with important organizations like the IMF, the BIS, the World Bank, just to name a few. Not only that, guys, the Valente Ripple partnership is also connecting Ripple to the Fed's FedWire service that is going to be a reality in the coming years. So was this a strategic move, guys? I mean, you know, it's quite exciting when we see these new types of hires for a company like Ripple, right? With the government connections, someone who was in charge of currency specifically at the Treasury, now working 7 years later to help enhance a brand new generation of cryptocurrency. This is what the future is holding. Jeff down here saying this is crazy that so many people don't see it. Shane down here saying the SEC lawsuit is really just a light comedy show keeping us entertained while the master plan is being executed. Crypto Causeway down here saying the same thing I'm saying. Yo, designer of future currencies. That's right, guys. I definitely don't think it was by mistake that Ripple decided to hire Rosie Rios as part of their board of directors. Let's not get distracted by the Dogecoin price. No, seriously, let's not get distracted by that. We know what we hold. Even though we are in number 5 spot right now, the fundamentals of XRP is what's really going to give it value once this spec run is a distant memory. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.